You happy now?
Are you sure that's it?
That is it.
Okay. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. I drink a lot and then sometimes I get carried away. More often than not.
Hello, and welcome to Homebrew Party. My name is James, and I'm here with 4 fantastic friends. Say hello to Evelyn.
Hello.
Who's playing Seraphina. Danielle.
Hey.
Who's playing Lilith. Josh.
Yo.
Who's playing Kronk. Mike.
Hello.
Who's playing both Brogan and Frill. The 5 of us are thrilled to have you join us for episode 5 of Neverwinter Nightfall. So, let's get the show started. We're going to start by rewinding 15 minutes before the end of the last episode, to a point where you're walking towards the Druid Hag, and Frill stops everyone, and he says, "We should stop and discuss. If she's behind Clyde's murder, we need to be ready for anything."
Who's Clyde?
Clyde was the red-haired, red-hat friend of Buck's that they found as just a splatter of blood and body parts.
Right, because of the big creature.
The big monster. The one you called evil, and Seraphina did not like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if she is behind it, I think he had it coming by his by what he was doing in the forest, so I'm not that concerned about him, but
Yeah,
we'll
every
keep our
creature
guard
has
up.
the right to defend itself, right?
Do not let her speak. She will cast a spell on us.
Well, we need her to cast a spell to reattach an arm.
Yeah, true.
Was there anything else? So that's the number 1 goal, but what else? Sort of the things you want to learn from her? Things you should...
Well, I mean, she seems to think she knows me, but otherwise, I don't know what she wants.
We'll start by being friendly but cautious.
Yeah?
I'll play her some music. Calm her down.
Maybe
a
don't
little
do
bit.
that. Maybe don't do that. Maybe that's... We'll save that for later.
We could do a duet. It would be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just save it for when we say our goodbyes.
Seraphina will jam a song for her.
Okay. When I was.
Okay, so I think you're good with your game plan. Is there anything else you want to discuss?
Well, I mean, if she has eyes all over the forest, she might know something about cultists, too.
Yeah.
We can
right.
ask her.
Well,
Fair enough.
yeah, okay.
Okay, ready to move ahead?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So we now cut to a dark circular room with a giant bird's nest above you, held up by stone pillars all around it. Looking around, some of you look for exits if something goes bad. And you notice a dirty sheet-covered doorway and the sound of chimes behind it. The doorless hallway which you came through, and a hole in the nest above a beam of light that illuminates the dirt floor below it. One of the walls looks like the Druid Hag's kitchen, with shelves packed with books and other strange-looking items. Giant mushrooms, to massive dried fish, to dozens of containers holding random junk like buttons, colored rocks, tiny bones, and other oddities. And probably most interestingly to all of you, a shelf filled with softly glowing potions in a rainbow of colors. However, it's the Druid Hag that has your complete attention. She stares at you from across a large black cauldron filled with yellowish goop that's slowly bubbling.
Hello.
The 5 of you, tired and sore from your journey, accept her gesture. She points towards the chairs, and you all sit around the cauldron. The woman, dressed in a long, dark, hooded robe, limps as she sits down. Her overly large hood hangs low, completely covering her face. Can't see anything other than just a shadow of a large nose. You just see it just ever so slightly.
Okay, so she's
So
definitely
witch.
a Kenku for sure.
She turns her head and looks at each one of you one at a time. She bursts out laughing, this crazy cackle. Oh, sorry. How rude of me. Seems like I've forgotten how to behave around people. It's been a very long time, you see, since I've seen you. I mean, seen people. Birds do make for strange company.
You don't say.
So, young traveler, my little birds tell me you've traveled far. and have overcome much to come find me. Tell me, who are you? And why have you come here?
We've traveled from the west. We're on the search for cultists that are damaging the world, hurting the forest, and hurting people. We're hoping there may be some information to be found. But also we have a more personal request for you if you're open to favors.
What kind of favors, you naughty boy?
We can discuss that after. But
I am quite lonely here.
What'd that beak do?
we have a friend who's been injured greatly, has an arm off, and we're told that you might have magic that could help her
Oh, I'm into that
restore
kind of
it.
stuff too.
Mid-sentence, you're just like...
So you could do it? You could reattach an arm?
Girl's kinky.
Oh, I thought we were talking about something else completely. Sorry, reattaching. I was talking about. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just out of it a little bit. Like I said, I only have bird friends to talk to. So, So what were you saying? Sorry. Let's just restart this whole thing over, please. Go ahead.
My name is Serafina. I heard you were looking for me.
I recognize you now.
Yes.
Ah, I see the wings now behind your back that you didn't have earlier.
Yes, that's right.
You come from far away, don't you, my child?
I do.
Bit lost, I would say.
Well, I'm looking for somebody. It's my father who I'm looking for. He's a human that may have come this way.
Your father, you say?
Yes, and we, like Brogan said, we also have an injured friend who we heard that you might be able to help with. And we understand that you have eyes all over the forest. We're kind of hoping you might be able to tell us any information you might have on these cultists that are running amok and causing havoc.
Cultists, you say? Do you speak of those white cloaks?
The ones letting fiends out into the land?
Yes.
Fiends. I know not much of fiends, but I do know of these white cloaks. Well, not as much as I would like. You see, they have enlisted the eagles and the hawks. They attack my birds. I cannot spy on them like I can others. I don't like them. Filthy bastards, I think.
We don't
Great.
disagree. Yeah, for sure.
Can you
Glad
show
we're on
her?
the same page with that one there, crazy bird lady.
Can you show her
Excuse
the?
me?
Well, we
She's
never...
a kinky hag.
Lilith, we never got your name.
You can call me Quill.
Quill. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you're Serafina.
Mhm.
And the rest of you?
I'm Brogan, and I'm Frill.
May I
call
ask
me-
you, young dwarf, where do you come from?
Away in the mountains.
Which mountain?
Come from the Iron Hills.
The Iron Hills. Well, that is... I'm glad you say this. Not one of those filthy dwarves from Gauntlgrim. Cutting down the trees and killing animals unnecessarily.
They're a strange type.
Greedy bastards, I think they are.
I don't disagree.
I'm glad you're not one of them. I mistrust dwarves in general, but... maybe you're not like the others.
Allow me to prove myself.
I can try.
May we show you a drawing of the symbol of our cultists and see if it matches to what you've seen on your white cloaks.
Yes? Yes?
Lilith, do you have your drawing of the symbol of the cultists?
I do. And I'll just...
Unfortunately, my little birds can't get very close. All they can see is I'm building a fortification of some sort. Cutting down trees and putting
Okay.
up these walls. These white cloak bastards.
Quite possibly the same crew.
Do you know whereabouts they're doing this fort?
She says, my birds have seen more than one location. They seem to be spreading, growing in number.
It's unfortunate, but it sounds correct.
So,
What they'd be doing.
Well, maybe we could help you with these white cloaks.
first, I must know, everyone, who is this big, green, massive hunk of...
My friends call me the Ayatollah of rock and rolla,
Ooh.
but you can call me Kronk.
So she, other than a little body language she gives you, she says, you're a little different than the rest. You don't quite fit in, do you?
Guess not. I'm trying my best here. My friends left me, and then I met these fine folks, and they kind of took me in.
We're all a little different.
You all have a special connection, I would say, but not this one. He's special in his own way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we don't like him.
Shut up, bitch.
Kronk's great.
And what of you, Whispering Girl? Who are you?
She's the spawn of Satan.
I'm not the spawn of Satan just because I'm a tiefling.
Brogan, you got me on this one, right?
Hold
My name
judgment
is
for a moment.
Lilith. It's nice to meet you, Quill.
Now that we've made introductions, why are you here?
We were sent here but on a mission to see if we could have our friend who suffered a pretty intense injury, if you were able to reattach her arm, basically.
That is something I could possibly do. But nothing is free in this world, you see? Except perhaps our own thoughts and memories. What is it you offer in return for payment?
Kronk.
Whoa. Whoa.
We
Whoa.
could get rid of the cultists for you.
I can give you some booma.
Booma? What is this booma?
Here, try this. Smoke on it.
She looks at you suspiciously. Tempting, I say, dear, but I will pass.
Suit yourself.
Our friend, she lost her arm fighting creatures of the Shadowfell.
Is that so?
What type of thing has value to you out here? Are you looking for actions or information? What payment are you looking
What
for?
do you have to offer?
I could serenade you, sing you a song. I promise it'll be the best thing your ears have ever heard.
It's true. We give you an hour of really good cuddles.
I have 18
That
ball
too.
bearings. You seem to like little shiny trinkets. Imagine that in your collection.
None of this is tempting, sorry. There's nothing else you have to offer?
I have a red corundum. Nice shiny red stone.
Oh, that sounds maybe interesting.
And I have 50 gold pieces too.
Gold. I have no use for gold. Look around.
I've got some sunflowers and millet seeds.
You funny bastard.
I have goblin ears.
Interesting, but no.
No?
There's only two things I want. And the first you do not have.
What's that?
Let's move along to what you can provide. And that is precious memories. I am lonely out here. I miss the company of others, yet I don't want the company of others. I'm in a weird position, I know, but
Do you need a hug? Like, come give me a hug.
if you could perhaps share a story, one that you have not yet told, because my little birds have been listening, following you, listening, and your stories are quite interesting. I want more. I want another.
Wait. So you owe us for stories already?
No.
Those were free.
Sorry, I
That's
have them.
stalking. I'm sorry.
I have them already.
It's not fair at all.
This is my offer. This is my trade. I want more. Simple story is all.
Okay. All right, fine.
Is this something you can provide?
And you'll reattach our friend's arm?
Reattach the arm first, and then we'll tell
No,
the
that is
stories.
not the deal.
We're on a limited amount of time here.
I've got all the time I need.
Yeah, well, detached arms only stay good for
And how long has it been detached?
3 days.
Oh, plenty of time.
Oh. All right.
Well, just tell a story. Just tell her a story.
Yeah.
Have you heard
You like
the
to
tale?
talk, Lilith? Tell her a freaking story already.
I do like to yap.
She never shuts up.
It has to be one you haven't told your friends before.
Or us?
All right, I'll start. So we're gonna do some trauma dumping. Is that good enough for you?
I love the trauma dumping.
Okay.
Delicious anguish.
All right, here's my story. A few days ago, while we were traveling and, just chit-chatting and stuff, I talked a little bit about how my mom basically abandoned me and my dad, and I've harbored a lot of resentment towards my mom for that. But as I was telling the story, I started to remember things. It almost like opened the floodgates of memories. And I started thinking about when I was a kid and when my mom started getting a little weird, a little bit. She wasn't all terrible, but she kind of started getting really obsessed with the 9 hells, and she would repeat, I want to harness the powers of the 9 hells. And then she would talk to herself even more, and then she would she just kind of lost it. And what I didn't remember is I thought my mom had just left and abandoned us. But now that I think about it, my dad actually is the one that gave her an ultimatum and said, you need to stop this nonsense or go away. So she goed away, basically. Before my dad gave her the ultimatum, she would disappear and would leave us alone anyway. So I guess it only makes sense for him to have behaved the way that he behaved. But I'm just learning now and remembering now that it wasn't as black and white as I remembered it to be. And that is my story.
Thank you for sharing. I have been listening, like I've said, and it brings another piece to the story. It's almost like your mother wasn't all to blame, was she?
You could say that, yes. Yeah. We're taking strides in my brain. We're learning.
You see, I've read all my books here. I'm out of stories, and your stories they perk up my life.
I'm glad my misery is entertaining to you.
Now I understand why she's so.
Me or her?
What?
Me or her?
I was talking to Brogan over here. Just mind your own business.
So what's your excuse?
What excuse? For what?
Oh.
Kronk, what's your story?
You seem to be you talk a big game for somebody who got abandoned by everybody that ever spent time with you. So maybe you shouldn't come attacking me for my relationship with my mommy issues and my daddy issues. Maybe you should put your fucking foot in your mouth.
Well, I don't have mommy and daddy issues.
No,
you do.
I think you have more than that.
Just people issues.
Yeah. Bandmate issues.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, well,
That's for another day.
but if you're gonna criticize me, maybe we should hear your story. I'm kind of curious now.
Well, I had some friends when I was in school, Brack and Piper. my two homeboys, my two best friends, ride or die till the end. So I thought.
Oh.
Well, we started a band in school and we were awful. I'll tell you. I will admit, we were pretty fucking shitty.
Okay.
But we got good. And I'm just going to leave it at that. We got good. But before we got good, we were real bad.
You wouldn't have happened to have gotten good because of that stone that you were diddling to yourself
I don't
the
know what
other
you're
day.
talking about. So
all right.
we weren't very good. And we were hanging out one night. It's an old guy from our high school. And he was like the guy that everybody wanted to be and all the girls wanted to be with. His name is Stone. Pretty cool guy. Really good bard. Great singer. We were at a bar one night. He comes in. He's kind of a local celebrity where I come from, in the town of Mirabar. Well, I ran into him going to the bathroom. Started talking to him. He recognized me. Remembered that we had a band. Asked if we still had the band going. I lied to him. I told him, yes, we do got the band going. And that he should come jam with us. So I went to my friends. Said, hey, boys, we got to get the band back together. We got to do it now. And the guys are like, okay, but we suck. And I was like, yeah, but we got to do this. We just got to fucking practice and we'll get good and we'll get there. Well, we started jamming and it wasn't good. I'll tell you, it wasn't good. So we said, well, maybe this is not the right thing to do. So we go home. And then I'm just home. I'm like, I got to fucking practice. So I start practicing. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. But then I was good. And I was ripping, shredding. And so I said, boys, I think I figured it out. We started jamming again. And we were good. I'm not going to tell you what happened. But we were good. Because I don't trust you. Can't tell you everything.
The story isn't for me, though. It's for the hag.
I'm telling her the story, but I'm sorry, Hag. You little kinky bitch. I gotta omit a few things from the story just because there's some people around here that I don't know if I trust 100%.
Pardon me
yet.
to interrupt such an interesting story, but like I said, my birds have been listening, and you've already shared where your great music comes from. You're a little...
That's why I know. We know about
Crystal.
the stone.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it more than I have to, okay?
Could you show it? Could I see it?
Can I show you in like another room or something? Like I said, I don't trust this
Why,
bitch
you've
beside
already
me.
had it out. What's she gonna do? Take it from you?
Shh.
Big guy like you?
She tried once already.
I've never shown. Did I?
You
Well, that's
want-
just because I'm a klepto. It's not because I have any like interest in like being musically talented. I just wanna get my sticky little
You're
mix
with
on
friends.
everything.
You're safe here. It's a safe space.
Brogan, can you come stand between us and keep her hands away from me?
I'll just shoulder her
Yeah.
slightly out of the way. Gently.
I'll pull it out, and I pull out the stone. Here it is, lady. Here's the stone.
You see like an actual physical shudder.
She just came.
Kronk has that power.
I guess I
Just
do.
whips it out.
So we got good. Finally, we were good. We brought Stone in. And that was how the band was created. Because he was great.
So the band was good after you got a magic stone that made you better. So does that mean that you were the sucky one the whole time? And now that you got better, the whole band got better? Or
No, because like I said, those were my best friends.
yeah.
And I used to work in a mine. So I mined the rock a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. And everybody got a piece. We were all fucking kick ass. Wagonhead. Check them out. They're on tour right now.
So where did this rock came from? It just magically appeared in your pocket?
Yep.
Or Stone gave it to you?
No, Stone had nothing to do with it.
You didn't
He was
murder
our-
him for his stone?
Stone is still alive on tour with Wagonhead without me. My fucking band.
So why did your band decide to go on tour with Stone?
Well, he was on tour. I was on tour with them. It was a 4-piece.
Right. But they left without you.
Yeah.
Why?
None of your business.
Right.
Maybe one day I'll tell you.
Okay.
But today ain't that day.
Okay. Well, why not? We're already sharing.
Because.
I told you my mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah, but I already knew that you were fucked up. That just explains why.
You know what, though? I'll fuck you up.
You want a rascal?
I really want to know why they left without you.
So do I.
Because you gave them the stone. You gave them the ability to be good, and then all of a sudden they just left. So you must have done something really fucking shitty.
Yeah. I drink too much, and I didn't wake up. After they told me if I didn't wake up, they were leaving without me. You happy now?
Are you sure that's it?
That is it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's sad.
Yeah. I drink a lot, and then sometimes I get carried away. More often than not.
Did you choke on that?
I did.
Oh, that was pretty good though. That was a funny.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need to know? Keep
Hey,
grilling me,
ask the hag. I'm just being nosy at this point.
Miss Quill.
Thank you for asking, pushing him to give a little bit more. I appreciate that.
Got to get the hot goss.
Yes. Who is next?
Well, you've already nailed down that I'm from the Iron Hills. That's true. I've not been there for a long time. It's been 20 years or more since I've been home. You've heard me called Brogan the Brave. In case you may have wondered, the Brave is not my true surname. My father is not Jim the Brave. Nor is he Jim.
Norsy Jim.
In truth, in my family name, we've been, for generations, we've been the Runesmiths. It's a name that I've left behind, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. You see, my family, in name as well as profession, were runesmiths. We carved runes, imbued items with magic. We were sought after in the hills and in our village for our abilities to carve intricate runes and add magic. My great-grandmother once imbued a plow with such power that it could run the fields on its own, help the man with no legs keep his farm.
So wholesome.
We did that kind of thing. My grandfather was so revered that the king of our area asked him to join the king's table, which was a council, as you will, to oversee the village and advise on things. And he took that seriously. He did his advising. He spent time with the council. And the more he spent doing that, the less time he was smithing. And his power began to fade. And by the time it was time for my father to learn the trade from him, there was no magic left to pass on. He could carve the runes. The images were there, but there was no magic anymore. And so the king lost faith in the family. There was a bit of a coup, you could say. He tried to get us out of the council. My grandfather was exiled. Eventually, my father was given an ambassadorship just to send him away. And I was going to learn from him. He taught me some runes. I know some minor things, but I have no magic. In that regard, I can't imbue anything. I still practice, keep it up. But I've given my life over to the Lord Tyr. I figure that if I can bring enough justice to the world, serve him well, do his light, then maybe he'll see fit to restore some of our family's potential and give me back the powers. But I've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of injustice in the world. Every enemy I smash, every demon I send back to hell is one step closer to restoring my family's name and honor. And then maybe I can be called Brogan Rinsmith again.
That was deep.
I love it. Give me more.
Okay. I told you I was here looking for my father. He's not necessarily missing. He just splits his time between Feywild and here. And the last time I spoke with my father, I begged him to take me with him. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see his world. Like, it was great when he was around, but he wasn't always around. He was always called away on one mission or another. And I remember that last night I had run out of the house set because he told me I wasn't ready. He told me that it wasn't my time yet. I left and I went out and I laid down in the field, and it was dark and the stars were out that he came and he found me. He sat down next to me and we laid up and we looked at the stars, and he told me something I'll never forget. He said, Seraphina, if you ever feel lost, or if you ever feel like you don't know your way, just remember that your story is written in the stars, and they will guide you. So, when I'm not here, just know that I'll be watching you, guiding you, and my dedication to the Moon Maiden can be a burden, but also a blessing. And I think in time you'll see it as a blessing too. And that was the last I spoke with him. He was gone the next morning. I followed, of course. But that's another story. And I think you've had enough, don't you agree?
Thank you all. It was very much appreciated. I will store these memories for a long time.
Spag
For
bag.
later use.
Put them in the spag bag.
Now, I...
Bang, bang.
Okay. Now, I have both good news and bad news. Which would you like first?
Bad news.
Do you have any medium news?
Can we turn the bad news into good news?
Yes, you can, actually. So which one was it?
I want the good news and the good news.
Okay, the good news is, as a token of my gratitude for those who shared a memory, I'm gifting you 2 potions each.
What kind of potion?
It's a good question. The first is a potion of water breathing. The other is of your choice.
Well, what's my choices?
Well, maybe before you pick, you might want to hear the bad news.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot heal your friend currently. You see, I'm unable to cast even the smallest spell in my current condition. You glimpse mutilated hand that comes up as she goes up towards her cloak. It's this black, completely black hand with only 3 fingers, and she pulls back her cloak. All of you like, ugh! Yeah.
Kronk's just like, oh yeah.
Oh, not the gesture. You guys didn't see the gesture, but I saw the gesture.
Oh, God. All right, we're going to bring it
What's
back.
wrong with her face?
We're going to bring it back. She pulls back. You see the clawed hand. She pulls back her cloak. And you see beady black shiny eyes behind this long black hooked nose. Wisps of gray hair hang from a bald white head patched with black. The rest of her face is white, but her nose and her eyes are black. Her mouth is stretched upwards and outward to follow her nose, and her teeth, her small little teeth, all dangle above her lip. She holds both hands out to show mutilated, half-human, half-bird hands with feathers poking out from behind her robe. As you can see, in my current state, I'm in no condition to perform any powerful magic. I had an accident, you see, trying to conjure a powerful spell. It went kind of wrong, as you can tell. She puts her head down in shame.
It's not that bad.
It's okay.
You're beautiful in your own way.
Well, how do we restore your power then?
It's a good question. Are you offering to help me?
Well, if you're offering to help our friend.
Remember when I said there was only 2 things that I want? And the one you do not have? Well, the first would restore me back to my natural state and would give me powers to heal anything. Heal your friend, her arm, without problem, easily. The thing I seek is called the Tears of Titania. She's a hateful bitch. You may know of this name.
Well, I do.
Fae child. Do not believe the lies they've told you about her. Untrustworthy.
No, my family worships Luna.
That is good. It's very good.
But how do we get her tears?
Well, first let me describe them. These are teardrop-shaped crystals. They're said to contain enormous power. Enough power to easily cure my condition and strengthen me. Yes, to strengthen me, to heal your friend. And luckily for you, I know where to find these Tears of Titania. It is said there's a doorway to a sanctum devoted to Titania at the bottom of the healing pool. This is why... Called it! I'm giving you the 4 potions. Sorry, make it 5 potions of water breathing, 1 for each of you. And a potion of your choosing to help you along on this quest. I was quite an apothecary back in my day.
Before you fucked yourself up.
Well, kind of, yes.
If we take this crystals away from the healing pool, will that affect the pool? Will it lose its power?
Probably not.
Why couldn't we just throw you in the healing pool?
The healing pool is not powerful enough for this type of thing. Even unarmed, it could not heal. It's do some minor wounds and at most a broken limb, but could not reattach a limb or heal me.
So why did you try to turn yourself into a bird in the first place?
Well, that's a good question, you see. I was trying to become more powerful. You see, my little birds, they have to travel here and there and back and forth, and I grow tiresome of waiting for their news, and I wanted a way to gaze upon the land. You actually saw my first attempt when I spoke through this man. It had worked. It was a success. I thought, I figured it out. I can roam with my mind, and you must find a weak soul, someone who will not push you back. And then on my second attempt, my mind was a searing pain, and everything exploded, and I ended up like this. I must have...
Who was the second attempt?
I don't know. Some powerful wizard, maybe. Perchance. So I need to become more powerful so this will not happen to me again.
Explosion?
Yes.
What happened to the body?
You see the results.
No, the body that you tried to...
Speak through.
Oh, he probably is fine. He attacked me.
Oh, okay.
He defended himself mentally, magically, or both.
Okay, and can you aid us against the White Cloaks?
If I become more powerful, yes, perchance I can.
I think that's a mutually beneficial agreement.
I think so, yes.
See.
Well, very well, I'm on board.
Can you tell us anything about the defender of the pool? We've heard rumors that people lose limbs when they go in the deep end. Do you know anything of that might prepare us?
My little birds are not very good swimmers, you see. I unfortunately do not know much about this creature you speak of. Can't be much. Can't be much at all, I would
All
say.
right, well, I'm going to send a message to Agatha in that case. How many words do I have?
25 words.
25? Okay. Agatha, we met with the Druid Hag, but she looks fucked up and can't cast spells.
Priorities, Lilith. Get the important stuff out.
You're right. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. That's what I'm doing. 5 more words. So you're up.
Idiot.
Found a solution. We'll take another
Must
day.
side quest to healing pool to fix her. I have
Last word.
no. I still have 5 more. After I have 6. 6 more.
6.
Okay. Oh, we'll count after.
Talk back soon. I love you.
That
Okay.
was the worst
What
message
did we
you
say
could have
about
said.
Lilith talking to
Why did we-
anybody ever?
Like, who allowed her to control the freaking stone?
I don't know.
Like, that was useless.
That wasn't useless. I gave her I can talk to her every day. I'm just giving her an update. We spoke to the hag.
And now we gotta do a side quest.
We
That's
have
all
to
she
do a
was-
side
that's
quest
all-
at the healing pool. Tomorrow, while we're on our way to the healing pool, I can ask her to look up more about the creature. Like, fucking relax there, rock guy, stone guy. You can't diddle these ones. These ones are mine. You got your own.
Okay.
And that's that.
You know what? Andre probably know more about this creature than even that little bitch back at the All Bear Lodge.
Probably, but I think
So let's just go talk to my homeboy Andre. I need to re-up on this boom of weed anyway.
I'm pretty sure we asked him and he was like, I don't know, man. I'm just like here to do a job, like whatever.
You give me some time with him, and he'll talk.
Are you gonna lube him up, are you?
So, potions. You said there was
In
a
a way.
choice of,
In a way,
of
maybe.
potions. What
Yeah.
what potions are available?
I know what you meant. You're gonna get him to spill
Warm him up.
An oil
Not
of
lube 'em
Sumerius,
up.
perhaps, or
Whatever. It's still the same thing. Yeah. What potions?
Okay. I'll get you the potion list here.
Oh, potion of invisibility.
what's
Perfect.
a potion of growth? Is it like enlarge?
Potion of speak with plants.
Potion of hill giants.
Are you all happy with your choices?
Yep.
I believe we are.
I think so.
Before you go, I have a question I think you should ask yourselves. How is it you all came to come together? Strangers that have met and are on this quest. That's why I laughed.
Oh, that's easy. It was food.
Food?
I was hungry.
Oh, that's all, I guess. Okay, never mind then. But think of it. Think a little more. Think a little harder. I could see it just with a glimpse. You haven't figured it out yet.
Your parents are all together.
Kronk. I swear to the goddess her
Well,
fucking self.
I'm not trying to be rude, but it seems like more than a coincidence that every single one of you is missing a parent right now and has no idea where they are.
He has a
Maybe.
point.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Which is why you don't fucking belong.
Is it safe for us to sleep in your little clearing for the night? We might get a good sleep if we don't have to worry about creatures. Or is that too much of an imposition to be allowed to stay in your area?
Oh,
what
yeah.
time of day is it? How late are we?
I believe it's around supper time, so you got a few hours before sundown. She says...
We were short on time. I don't know if we should stay here. I think we should head back to the healing pools. Like,
Immediately?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're welcome to stay if you want. Even here if you'd like.
Kronk, I think that you should boink the bird lady for an extra potion.
Will it work?
Okay. Roll persuasion if you're.
Do it
Wait,
for the
before you roll
team, Kronk.
persuasion-
Do it for the team.
You said will it work? You asked his DM, but give me your best one-liner to the bird lady.
I'm gonna go right up to her and put my arm around her. Like, hey, sweetheart. How about we, go, That's it.
Listen. With Kronk here, you're not gonna have to wait till dawn to crow.
Oh shit! You're getting an inspiration dice for that. That was good.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, shit. So you're gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw. So let's do this first before you. So look at your Constitution modifier.
11.
Okay. So as you get closer to her, you gag. The stench on her.
Oh, God.
Fucking disgusting.
My mana potion's on the line.
Now roll persuasion. You fought through the.
Persuasion skill. Fuck, another 11.
Another 11 with all the bonuses. So they're like middle of the road. So she'd just be like, oh, she's kind of confused, like,
And then I just like drop my trowels and
In front of
in front of everybody. Yeah.
Is this normal behavior for this?
Oh, come on. And then I'm turning around. I'm
Sadly
going through
for
the
this
door
one,
with
it
the
is,
little,
yeah.
the little sheet there. I'm
Yeah.
going outside.
She looks at you. She looks down and she looks back up. How about when I am in better shape, you come back again?
Wow, rejected
Dude.
with his pants
Fine.
down.
Whatever you say.
I don't
Whatever you
quite
say.
feel myself, if you understand.
I think I understand.
Well, she's lonely.
She needs to bathe.
Oh God.
So you had asked a question earlier about the connection.
Oh,
The
yes,
connection?
Parents.
She was laughing at you that you
Oh
didn't
yes,
see the connection.
I did ask. Yeah.
So she asked you, "So what do you all have in common? Don't you see it?
We're all looking for a parent.
There is another connection. When did you lose your parent?
I was a small child.
How old are you now?
Well, I'm 21.
20 years ago. When'd your dad run away from home?
In the past, you had said 10 years ago,
Yeah,
but time in the Feywilds.
it's a little different, so it's hard to tell. It could have been longer.
Knew it.
Frill?
It's been 20 years. You already said that in the story.
20 years. Really?
I'm 200. I remember my father leaving shortly after my 250th birthday.
You're 270 now?
270 now.
Hell yeah.
20 years.
For everybody.
So like what? What do you think that they did 20 years ago?
Something just popped in my
yes,
head.
Kronk?
Are they the leaders of the cultists? Did
no,
they start the cult?
That can't be true.
When did the cult start?
No.
When did the White Cloaks start?
Oh, it's
Oh.
recent, very recent, my child.
It definitely could have been my mom though, because she was obsessed with unleashing the powers of the 9 hells and praising the god Asmodeus,
And this new cult are praising,
Mephistopheles.
that's right, different devil. So there is another connection you are still yet missing. I grow weary of teaching these children.
Just come out and say it then if
Why
you don't
can't
want to
you-
beat around the bush.
Why can't you just think a little bit for yourselves and try to figure it out?
We've got
We're kind of preoccupied with trying to mentally prepare ourselves to fight off God knows what in the healing pools that you can't give us any clues on. So the least you could do is maybe just, make us not try to read your mind and tell us what we're missing.
Okay, so where did you all first meet together?
Neverwinter.
Owlbear Aloud?
No, you guys met before that.
No.
Met
You guys met me
Neverwinter.
at the
Your
Owl.
very first meeting.
Lady V's office.
No,
The
before
market.
this.
No, it was in the
Neverwinter.
market.
Was Brogan at the market?
No.
No.
Well,
So what was in the center of this market?
Vendors?
And at the center of the vendors.
Was it where the
Apples?
Park or whatever there.
the
There's like a
amusement park
tree.
where you guys played the games and
the corn
stuff?
dog
Yeah.
stand?
There was
No,
a
that was
statue.
before.
Statue. Do you remember of whom?
A dwarf, a human, and a tiefling?
No, I
wasn't there.
don't. Cities are so confusing already. Like there's stone everywhere.
It was a crumbled statue. A very famous statue of the heroes of Neverwinter.
Okay, but what does that have to do with our
That,
parents?
Your parents'
That was
heroes
our-
of...
that might have been our parents, might have been that crew.
What, really, you think?
20 years ago, a cataclysm happened. I don't know if it related to your parents' death, but many people died of the Great Cataclysm. An incurable disease called the Wailing Death decimated Neverwinter's population, cutting it in half. And at the same time, violent earthquakes split the city open, creating the great chasm you see in Neverwinter today. Then Mount Hotenau erupted, molten lava pouring down Neverwinter's riverbed, spewing hot ash everywhere. But these were just local events. The world was thrown in chaos, and what they call the Spell Plague caused arcane magic to wither and in some cases cease to exist. You'd have to be a fool to believe these occurrences were somehow not connected. It was so obvious. So what caused this great cataclysm? The most popular theory is that the death of Mystra, the goddess of magic. For eons, magic has been bound with Mystra's weave, the universal structure of arcane forces, and her death tore the weave apart and unleashed the raw magic contained within it. However, I have been studying Toral's history and discovered 2 earlier incarnations of Mystra had died before and were reborn. The weave maintained its strength each time. I think this is a false story. And I've been reading and rereading the histories of Toral in all of the planes. I have my theories, and she scratches herself.
So what does this have to do with the statue?
I'm getting there. Patience, child.
Okay, sorry.
The statue is your parent, your mother.
No, it's like broken.
Yeah.
It's old, and it got damaged during the Great Cataclysm, which is when the Great Cataclysm happened 20 years ago. That's when our parents disappeared. So the statue couldn't be them because it was there before the Cataclysm happened. Am I following?
Close. These heroes you saw of the heroes of Neverwinter, they were last seen walking towards Mount Hotenau. And then everything returned to normal. They became the heroes because they brought restoration to the world. They stopped the evil. No one quite knows who they were, and they probably died saving the world.
Well, I feel like a piece of shit. Sorry for making fun of your parents. If they're dead, I'm sorry. If not, then fair game.
Okay, well,
You're
out of
band.
character question, I'm confused now. So what's the storyline? I'm not understanding like the timeline of it. So there was a statue of the heroes of Neverwinter.
They made the statues after the cataclysm happened?
after the Cataclysm.
Yes.
So they made the statue 20 years ago.
Like 19 years ago.
19 years ago.
Okay, and then the Cataclysm happened because who died?
Because they think Mystra, she's the goddess of magic.
But you're saying that that's not true, though.
There's been other
right?
times that she died and magic didn't disappear.
That's right.
Right.
So this is a
'cause-
cover story.
Oh.
I believe so.
So do you
parents
think
are
she actually,
evil.
You think
So-
she actually did die then?
No, she didn't.
No,
No,
she
that
did
it has-
die.
She did die.
Was reborn, but it happened multiple times in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and it had no effect. So,
So then
she
what
has-
are you saying the Cataclysm was?
well, have you heard of the Blood Wars?
Blood Wars? That... Isn't that between, like, demons and,
Yes, it is, my child.
like... What's that have to do with here at the material plane. I don't.
Seems like you're the only one who knows of the Blood Wars. It's an endless war between devils and demons. My theory is that the two most powerful demon lords, Behemoth and Leviathan, put aside their differences and overran the Nine Hells. The archdevils claimed it for their own, and rose up to power, and had greater plans to take over everything. To Storm, Toril, and they were on the precipice of doing it. But first they set out plans to weaken the world. They set out a disease, an incurable disease. See the Wailing Death. They made pacts with earth and fire elementals, shaking the world, fire erupting. And they powered up their wizards to weaken our defenses, weaken our magic. They were on the very precipice of taking over the world, and something happened. Something stopped them.
And you think it's our parents that?
Finally! You put the
Your
pieces
parents
together.
are evil.
No, they're the
Wow,
heroes.
how does that?
Sorry.
Habits,
Can
old
you put your
habits.
pants
Old
back on, please?
Oh yeah. I guess so.
Okay, so
So what happened to them? Where are they now?
Nobody knows. They disappeared.
And they went to Mount Houghton now?
Hmm.
Well, maybe we should
Well-
go there
so
too.
did they cause the cataclysm?
No, they saved
They
the
s-
world. and they stopped.
How? All we
Mhm.
know is they walked towards the mountain after the cataclysm happened.
Yes, the volcanoes erupted, and these brave souls walked directly inside. Foolish, I would say, but somehow they stopped it.
So they either died trying or they disappeared after to keep their own peace, or
Well,
maybe
we
they
should
went
go
to
there.
the
We need to find
fire
out.
plane.
Maybe they're in trouble. We need to save them.
We need to go see Andre first at the healing pool. We gotta fix Dahlia's arm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to party and drink some mead. Maybe see if we can't find the Wagon Head Boys again, so I can have at least some bit of closure. Apologize. I
So the
love my
reason
boys.
why we don't think it's Mistra, the goddess of magic, is because there was the cataclysm and because the magic went away.
Yeah.
Magic disappeared. So something bigger than just her being reborn and reincarnated over and over again happened.
To answer your question, why they don't think it was solely because of her death, is because it happened twice before in the past, and no cataclysms occurred.
Okay.
So based on her studying of the books that she has and a lot of hard work, she came up with this theory.
Okay. And the blood wars happened.
They're always ongoing.
Always happening. Okay.
Yeah.
But the
demons rose up.
They got the upper hand, and then wanted to
Over
use
the
their momentum to
devils.
overflow into the world. Made
Okay.
pacts with elementals to do
You
so.
comprends?
Je pense que oui.
Well, if this is demons and devils, then I'm on board for shutting it down. Let's go fucking smash them.
Sounds like some good songwriting material. I'm
Yeah,
in.
just don't kill my mom though, okay? Until I talk to her. Just to
If
see.
she was a hero of Neverwinter, then there's no need to.
Well, she's either a hero or she's involved somehow, because the way that my mom was talking before she left sounds like she might be not good.
Play it by
Maybe,
ear.
but you heard the hag. Like, if she's part of that group, then
Brogan, we're gonna kill her.
they saved
Don't
the
worry.
world. She can't be that bad.
Don't.
You're worse than my little sister.
No, don't. Please.
Be nice to me, Kronk. Be nice to me.
Did he put his pants back on yet?
Yes, I put my pants back on.
Roll to zip.
I rolled a zip.
Or
Oh
you now have one ball.
no! He's a eunuch.
Shall we away to the healing pool?
Yeah, let's
Or is
go.
there more to tell?
Oh, one last question. Giant albino animals. What's going on with that?
I think rare animals, rare creatures should be preserved. And this evil hunting bastard, he kills indiscriminately. He's just hunting for sport, not even using it for meat. The owner of this lodge is a monster.
Well,
Buck's not that bad.
Do you know
You just
of
need
any?
to. You just need to know him. He's all right.
I hope you have not befriended this monster. Look down upon you for such a thing. If you
no, we're not friends. I mean, he's a piece of shit.
I
You're
like
right.
it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
See if you could somehow
It's safe.
take care of this problem for me, I would be quite happy.
Oh, what's in it for me?
Well, I won't say no next time.
Are you gonna wash up first?
Yes, I yes, of course.
So, do you know
we'll
what?
see. We'll see what I can do.
Oh my god.
Bargain made in hell.
Do you know what the creature would be that is very big and aggressive and also has a bounty on its head?
My little birds tell me something large is knocking down trees in the forest.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
That's the one.
I don't quite know, but I have my theories.
What's your theory?
Let's hear them.
Well, this forest is old. But
Yeah.
yet what lies below and what lies above in the mountains is far older. Maybe something unnatural creeped out of a hole or came crawling down the hills. Something big and large.
Could it be something that may have been awakened by mining or building?
Possibly. Filthy miners. Don't like
Or
them
did
either.
it come out of the megalith?
So it's not a giant ferret. It's basically what she's saying.
Could be whatever the goblins dug up.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay. And do you know why the animals are just weirdly larger?
You've noticed. Amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Such beauty the forest has.
But why are they bigger? Did you do that?
I will.
Sounds like a yes to me.
I will not deny it. I've had a hand in strengthening these beasts, these creatures, these friends of mine in the forest. You see, they're getting slaughtered with no way to defend themselves. I have simply tipped the scale, see? Balanced things out. A fair and just thing to do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Well.
Well, what? You are hunted for sport. You'd probably want to be big and mean and be able
Well-
to defend yourself.
I mean, I don't know what the consequences of that could be because the trees are getting bigger. The animals are bigger. Not every... Anyway, don't need to get into that. Okay, we should go. I apologize for Green Dick over here. Maybe he will make you crow next time. But we must go. Thank you for
one
the...
more little tidbit of advice before you go. As you are seeking the tears of Titania, it is within a sanctum. And these sanctums, I've heard and read, are protected. So, the stories you say of going one at a time, I would not recommend. You may need all of your forces. And you may be challenged. You may be challenged. You might have to use all of your skill and wit. These sanctums were places to test those who are quite dedicated to Titania, so be ready for puzzles and traps and all sorts of strange things that will impede your progress.
Well, we're fucked.
We'll be fine.
Goodbye.
Good luck and pleasure meeting you. And a cloud hand, like,
Amazing.
See you soon, sweetheart.
Oh my god.
We'll be back.
And with that, we end today's session.
All right.
Hell yes.
Woohoo! Good job, everybody. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. Very fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Love it.
Kronk over there.
Love it.
Wetting his whistle.
Stay tuned for a preview of the next episode of Homebrew Party.
Excuse me, Quill.
I wasn't expecting. Aren't you gone now? I had an itch. It was an itch. It was an itch.
Hey, I'm not here to. I'm not here to judge, girlfriend. I just got a question.
Hey everyone, it's happy hour. This is where we thank our supporters. But first, Danielle, can you tell us how our fans can level up their support?
Hey everyone, join our Patreon to become a legendary supporter. Our Patreon members have early access to videos that are not on YouTube, access to a community chat, a personalized happy hour shout out, and exclusive merch only on our Patreon. So visit homebrewparty.net for more.
Thank you, Danielle. Speaking of Patreon members, it's time for happy hour shoutouts. A massive thank you to our Patreon members. Your kindness and generosity is the true magic that powers this channel. Here's to you. Let's keep the party going.